Okay. Afrovision started in 1985 at the time of the height of the uprisings from 1984 to 88. And at first it was a group of journalists who were tired of reporting for...
Please start again. Excuse me.
Okay. That's fine. It gives me the practice I need get into interview mode. Okay. Afrovision started in 1985, 4 years ago, at the time of the biggest uprisings in South Africa. And at that stage, it was more of an experiment than a planned project. What happened was that there were a number of professional television journalists who felt that South Africa wasn't being reported in the way it should be reported in the international media. And so they, if you like, broke away from employment with the major networks and set up as independent reporters. And what...
Just a second now. I'm sorry about this. It wasn't being reported the way it should have been reported. What do you mean by that exactly?
I think there are two main things about the way South Africa is reported internationally. First, the international networks like to look at individuals rather than at organizations, and they like to look at events rather than at trends, which is another way of saying that the news material you see doesn't analyze why things happen. It simply shows what happened, and preferably what sensational events happened. And when we say we weren't happy with the way it was being reported, we were saying that networks, broadcasters weren't looking deeply enough at the situation and weren't trying to find out why things happened the way they did, what they were leading up to, why people took the kind of actions they took. But we were also saying another thing, which was that South Africa was being reported by outsiders, by people who regarded themselves as external to the events. So when Afrovision set up, one of the main things we wanted to do was give South Africans, and particularly South African democratic organizations, a kind of access to the media that they hadn't enjoyed before. And in doing so, we would make the media accountable to the organizations rather than the other way around. And that's really the very essence of South Africa. It's not just that we're offering an alternative view, but that we are providing that alternative view in a different way. We're trying to create a different way of reporting, a different set of priorities and responsibilities for journalists.